I don't think that made any difference. Whatever. It's fine. Hi, hi. It didn't show up yet. Hello? Hello? Oh, there it is. There it is. Ah! Okay. I'm so sorry. Okay. Is that angle weird? Pause. Yeah, but if I do it any lower, it looks strange. Okay, how about I do this? Oh, that's up close and personal. Okay. I'll do it like this. How about that? Yes. And so now I can chill and relax in the back. Right? Right. Yes. It's right here. No! Oh. Hold. 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 Ah. Okay, I got it. I got it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. No, I should put it like right here so it looks more normal. And then I put this over here. Yup. It actually worked today? What do you mean? Oh, your manifestations? Yeah, today's the day for manifestations, I guess. Ow, what? Can you imagine? Well, I guess that's why they're manifestations, right? Can you imagine? Okay, you don't, no one has to expose this because like they're secrets, okay? But imagine your biggest manifestation came true. What would you do? What would you do? Okay, like I said, I can't share what I'm manifesting because that's personal. But if my biggest manifestation came true, I'd be I'd be living my best life. That's all I'm gonna say. I would be living my best life for sure. Hello, hi. Hi, hi. What? I left my school 3 years ago and went to homeschooling, and my crush for over 9 years stayed. And I just found her number and I sent a text 13 hours ago and she read it but did not reply. What do you recommend? Ooh, that's a good one. You're super beautiful. Thank you. That's, I'll be honest, I think maybe we just give her some space. Definitely don't pester her or anything because that's gonna make her how do you say, just more distant overall. So I think definitely give her some time. Okay, patience is hard, but we have to exercise our patience and just give her a little bit of space. Now if it, like, too many days go by and you're like, okay, I, kind of want to retry this, I would maybe say something else that you didn't say in your previous message, and then message her again. That's my advice. What's your favorite K-pop group? Oh my god, I'm so glad you asked. Favorite K-pop group in the entire world? Well, favorite K-pop group as of right now, okay, is K-pop boy group ONEUS. ONEUS, my favorite group in the entire world. Keep on going. What you want to do will succeed. You got this. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was just trying to talk about my manifestation. My, like, biggest manifestation. And now I can't share with the class because that's personal and private. But I would love if my biggest manifestation came true. Preferably like tomorrow, but we give them time. Manifestations need space too. Yeah, anyways, I feel like I'm too zoomed in because now I have to sit way back here. I mean, anything could happen. That's what I'm saying. That's not, like, we truly cannot rule out the impossible, right? Like there's no such thing as like the impossible. Like I think it's valid. I don't know. Maybe I'm also delusional. Not sure. Hey, hi. Hello, hello. Mm. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm just talking about me being delusional, huh? Okay, let me be vulnerable here today, okay? Sometimes being delusional will get you what you want. Now, delusional in a healthy way, I should say. Don't be like crazy and creepy or whatever, right? If it's like normal. But sometimes being delusional will get you to where you want to be. What would you do if it did happen? Okay. The one thing I can say about what I'm manifesting is that it's something that if it does happen, I can't tell anyone. I absolutely cannot tell anyone. Okay. But I'm okay with that because like I said, it's for me. It's not for anyone else. It's for me. So I think it would just be really fun and exciting if I got what I'm manifesting. How are you today? I am pretty good. Today's a little like strange for me. Like I'm gonna be really. I keep saying that. Okay, how about I don't say that? um. Today's so wacky for me because I've learned that I'm the type of person that somehow like I didn't think I was this type of person, but I learned that I am. I like consistency and structure. Um but not like I'm not super rigid about it, but I do kind of like a slight routine. And so like my normal work weeks are Monday to Friday and I, have the same hours. But I had to take yesterday off because we have an event on Saturday that everyone has to be there to work for. And so we each have to take a day off this week so that we can be there on Saturday. So we're also not going over our hours. And so I took yesterday off, but I went to work on Monday. So like today was like a second Monday, but it also was like Tuesday in my brain. But it also like does not feel like Wednesday. So like I'm kind of everywhere mentally, I think. So thank you. You should be if it's for you. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Dating Soho. I'm just kidding. No, no, no. Your days are mixed up? Yeah. Yeah. And like my brain, it's also I'm really slow at processing things. So I think my brain is still trying to process the fact that like I went to work one day and then took a day off and then went back to work again, which shouldn't be too crazy because I used to work schedules like that at like my other jobs and stuff, but I think it's because this job specifically, um I've worked at this job for a little over a year and I've had the same schedule the entire year. So like any change to the schedule kind of throws me off. Just a little though, because I'm still adaptable at the end of the day. I'm an adaptable person. How's life? Doesn't seem too good, I guess. No, I like to complain about almost everything, even if it doesn't need to be complained about. I'm a complainer. So I'm just complaining about something that doesn't need to be complained about. Hey, he's calling me baby now, but low-key being pushy. I think, okay, at any point in the talking stage or whatever, if you're uncomfortable, I think that's a sign. Okay? Because you should not be putting aside your comfort for someone else or something else. So, I think if you're more uncomfortable than you are comfortable, that might be your sign. You're still young. You'll get it down. True. Yeah, I'm trying to take in the fact that I'm still in my youth. As much as I don't feel like I'm in my youth. Okay, I'm still in my youth. And I need to appreciate these days because there will be a time where I'm gonna look back and be like, why was I complaining so much, you know? I think so too, but I don't want to be mean. I mean, you can tell someone they're making you uncomfortable without being mean about it. And if they take it as you being mean and you weren't being mean about it, that's a them problem. That's not a you problem. Okay, that's just them taking it personally when they shouldn't be. So, hey, hi. Hello, hello. Am I too zoomed in? I'm gonna have to, hold on, let me zoom out, Hold. Ah! Let me do this so I can at least sit forward. Have my face in everyone's, like, business. I should plug in. No, it's charging my, okay, never mind. Never mind. Hold on. Okay. I think maybe I should cut ties because he kind of got mad when I said no. Okay, yeah. That doesn't sound like it'd be healthy at all. I don't know if it's okay to say this, but I lost my best friend a couple weeks ago, so all I'm gonna say is appreciate what you have done. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. Yeah, those moments really make you truly just kind of reflect. There's a hair in my eye and I don't know where it's at. Oh. Found it, I guess. Yes. Good advice, though. That is good advice. Stay hydrated, team. Stay hydrated. No, I can't. Oh my god, I keep forgetting. Anyways, so how's everyone's week going? We're like in the middle of the week already, which is kind of scary when you think about it. June just started. We're already halfway through the week. He calls me every night, but has to go help his mom or something, then doesn't call back. He did this like 10 minutes ago. I mean, I wouldn't see that as something to be concerned about because people do get busy. You know, like they might say, oh, I have to go do something, it'll take me this long, and then it maybe takes them longer. They didn't anticipate it to take that long. There's drama happening here. Uh-oh. What happened? What happened? Ah, there's a hair in my eye, and I cannot... Hold on. Oh, what the heck? I don't know where it's at. Do I look like that? I'm having a crisis, as you can tell. I'm just not gonna look at the... Anyways. But he calls me... Okay, he can call you anything he wants, alright? It's not in what he says, it's in what he does. I think. Oh, I thought you meant with you. Yeah. You look pretty. Thank you. It's just the mirror said I looked a different way. So, he's good with words. That's the dangerous part. Is people can be good with words and they will make you feel like they mean more than they do. But those are the times where you have to look again at what they're doing instead of what they're saying. Because anyone can say anything and make you believe whatever that they want you to. But if they're not showing it through their actions, then that's like an entirely different story. Kind of looks like who? And Lisa. Fix your bangs. How about you fix your... Anyways. You're so pretty. Thank you. Listen to her good advice. I'm just saying, honestly, some of this is also just out of experience. It's stuff that I learned, like, being in that same situation, and something I wish I would have known at the time. Sorry, I'm trying to. Oh my god. Ah. I remember when you were live. Welcome back. Welcome back. Should I just block him? I mean, if you want to go that far and to just cut off the entire, relationship and whatever, you could. I think if this is like something, it's something you can definitely try to have a conversation out of. I'm so sorry. I'm tired. You can definitely try to have a conversation with him about it, so maybe try to bring it up. But again, if the route you want to go is to just straight up just like end everything with him, you could also block him. Ha! Okay, let me do this. Why is she looking so pretty? Thank you. I'm with my bestie right now. Oh my gosh. Tell bestie I said hi. Tell bestie I said hey. To be honest, I think everything would get better and just talk to him about it. Yes, I think that's what I would recommend, especially like if this is like the first time this has happened or anything and you haven't had a conversation about it. I think having a conversation would be good. Oh. But if this is something that just happens over and over and over and you have talked to him about it and like it's just not working, then I think you can call it. If he ever calls back, I'll try to have an adult conversation with him, but he might get childish. I mean, if you're trying to have like a mature conversation with somebody and they're not having one back with you, I think that's also a clear sign as well. Because, okay, I don't really know. I'm thinking about this in like such a serious relationship type of way, but ultimately you don't want to be with somebody that you can't communicate with, like at all, you know? Like somebody that you can communicate like your good feelings and excitement with, but someone you can also communicate your negative feelings and like disappointments and stuff with, especially with each other. And if you can't have those kinds of conversations, it's honestly just not a relationship worth having, in my opinion. in my own personal opinion. Do you listen to K-pop? Yeah, I do. Thank you so much. You're really having a girl with no experience. I mean, see, I don't really have that much experience either. I'm gonna be honest. But I've definitely, well, I've been in a experience that almost provided me every experience I could probably have in a relationship. But I've also thought a lot about what I would want in a healthy relationship. And so, that, again, that's why I said it's my own personal opinion. I'm at my psycho of a grandma's house. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's Miranda. Hey. It's me, Miranda. That sounds so unnatural. I've never said hi, I'm Miranda, ever in my life. So, like, I know it sounds unbelievable. There's no point in being with someone you guys just argue all the time. Me and my girlfriend promised each other that we wouldn't. You promise each other that you want to argue all the time? Oh, sorry. Sorry. The alter ego Miranda. True. It's me. No, oh my gosh. I had an experience. Okay, I'm gonna just share a brief experience. I had an experience with somebody one time where we weren't even in a relationship. That's the goofiest part. We were like in this eternal, it felt like an eternal situationship. And it got so toxic after a while that it almost felt like every time we talked, we would only argue. And it even got to the point where we realized that all we did was argue. And we kind of we almost started turning it into like a game with each other, which was making it worse for the both of us because we were like riling each other up so bad. It was like, like I said, okay, I'll be honest, I was toxic back in the day, but I've changed, okay? I'm different. And it's also because like I wouldn't do that with like any other person. It was just because of who it was with and because of the situation we were in and the fact that like at this point in our like relationship whatever, I just didn't like him. I didn't I didn't like him. He got on my nerves and I I can't really tell you why I kept talking to him. Not sure. But like if it was with anyone else, like I wouldn't do that. I don't just do that to people or in any other situation, but it was because it was him and it was that situation that I was like it was crazy and strange, I'll be honest. I was desperate, but I think my comfort is more important than my desperation now. Okay. Let me be very say something super it might be controversial. I'll be honest, it's a hot take. I think even though I'm talking about serious relationships and stuff, I think you can have a fun casual relationship with somebody and not um not want it to get serious at the end. Controversial, but I only think I think that's um a path you could take if you were on the same page with somebody else about the type of relationship. And it ties into like the desperation part cuz like I mean, we're all human at the end of the day. We don't want to be lonely, right? I think you could be with somebody. I don't want to say out of desperation, but maybe just because you know, just want to have a fun relationship. But then you have to find somebody who's also willing to do that with you and not somebody who's like trying to like end goal it, you know? So I don't think it's a bad thing to have casual relationships. I didn't mean to send that. I meant something else. Oh, I'm sorry. And I read it out loud in my bed. The bangs are banging again. Thank you. Thank you so much. All that arguing usually builds up to something. Oh, okay. At this point, though, in our like situationship, whatever, we had already gone past. Like this was like a young love type of relationship we had. And the point where we were just like all we would do is argue with each other was when we were like young adults. And so it was like one of those like I don't even know if I'll call it high school romance, middle school / high school like romance things. That was like the height of our relationship, and then we just like couldn't leave each other alone after that, which is why it turned into like this cycle of all we did was argue. Like we wake up and just argue with each other. And then like that, you know, it was kind of bad. It was horrible. I meant we promise each other we shouldn't argue all the time. There's no point if we're just gonna argue all the time. True. That is so true. I understand that and I back that up, but in this case, he's making me uncomfortable but comfortable at the same time, if that makes sense. That's valid. I think if he, again, like I think I mentioned this earlier, if he makes you more uncomfortable than he does comfortable, then I think that's your sign. And you don't really need to be with him. I get that. If you're not happy, don't force nothing. True. That is so true. Hello. Hi. Sorry. I honestly just want to say thank you, sis. I got you. Yeah, I'm here for you. Don't worry. Sounds like that was the build-up. Tired of puppy love. I mean, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Because, like, we've ultimately, like, we never dated. Like, we had this, like, incredibly, extensively long situationship with each other, and we never officially dated. Now I know there's a lot of reasons why on both of our ends as to why we didn't want to be with each other ultimately, but I just think it's crazy to spend that much time what's the word? putting energy and whatever into something for like nothing to happen. And that's also a big reason why I think I just decided to, like, I don't care too much like to seek out relationships or anything. I'm kind of just like chilling on my own, whatever. But it's because like I feel like I went through a lot with this other person when I didn't need to. And so it really made me think, it's like I don't want to get into a relationship and have it turn into something that's that, you know? Like I'd much rather not. And so I just kind of, I don't avoid relationships, but I kind of do. I'll be honest. We aren't dating either. So a situationship. Invested energy and no return on it? Yes. Yes. It's kind of sad when you think about it. Just a little sad. Also, you had my anxiety the other night too. Turns out he fell asleep. What was I gonna say? I like my whole train of thought just disappeared. Oh yeah. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hit the nail on the head. That is so true. So true. Yeah, anyways. Relationship problems, anyone? No, at the end of the day, I'm actually really, really glad that I do not have relationship problems to worry about. Like, every single day, and I only say that because I'm friends with a lot of people that I went to school with and grew up with on Facebook, and a lot of them have, I almost want to call it family problems, right? Like they were dating somebody in high school or their young adult years, and then they had a kid, and then they broke up, and now they're like, the relationship's messy. I think there's only a few that might have that situation happen, and like they broke up amicably, and they don't have, you know, any kind of crazy relationship now. There's only a few. And then there's only a few that actually stayed together since then. But the rest of everyone else is like they're on like their third boyfriend or something since turning 20. And they're always, always complaining about their relationships or their baby daddy or like just anything of the sort. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry you're going through that. But at the same time, I'm so grateful that I don't have, like, I'm not in that situation, you know? How are you, by the way? I'm pretty good, I think. I'm pretty good. Do you play video games? Sometimes. Is karaoke possible? It could be. It's always possible. All the time. I learn idols now are better than real men. No offense. You would like to think so, right? But something that I think it's a good thing that we're starting to learn, but also it's like horrible to try to learn, that idols, especially male idols, at the end of the day, they're like as bad as like regular dudes. Because you think about it, without the idol persona, they are regular dudes, right? Like they're just men. Family problems, who doesn't have that? That is so true. I guess I meant more so like the ones that have kids of their own and then have like either a partner or an ex-partner and all this stuff. My sister's like that. So I meant idol images are better. Oh, true. That's so true. I love looking at photos of Soho. So true. Complaining on baby daddies because picking the wrong one the first time. Okay. This is also, oh my God, am I just dumping my beliefs and everything on chat today? This is also a big reason why I made it a point to not date around, okay? Or to just date, I don't want to call them random people, but you know, people that like I don't see myself being with for a long time, is because there is the off chance that like you end up having a kid together, and then what if you don't stay together? Hello, I'm so sorry, but like me personally, I do not I'm gonna be quite vulnerable here. I do not want to get divorced in my life. I'm I'm either going to die alone, okay? Or what? Or I just stay married for the rest of my life. I don't want to get divorced. And I feel like in order to not get divorced, I have to find somebody that I'm comfortable with being with until the day that I die, right? And so that's another big reason why I feel like I'm so picky when it comes to relationships and why I don't date just like people here and there, is because there's the off chance. And then also too, I don't want to have, oh, I don't want to have a child grow up in a house um, where it's so like complicated like that, because I grew up in a house that was so complicated like that, and I personally didn't like it as a kid. Like I didn't necessarily like um being at one house for the week and then going to another house on the weekend or every other weekend, or like holidays. It was like, oh, this parent has this holiday and this parent has this holiday. It was like I hated moving around like that. I was like, just keep me in one place, please. And I feel like I don't want to put a child through that, especially against their will. They don't have a choice, right? And so I would much rather just like wait to have kids until I'm like married and I know that this person is going to die with me, all right? My what on Jake? Jake from who? So I'm planning to ask my girlfriend if she'd marry me, but I have to ask her dad and I'm kind of nervous. You know what? I like that you're going to ask the father. That's respectable. So you made it to 33 without getting tied to a guy. Impressive or sad? Yeah, you know me, 33-year-old me. Yeah, single and alone with 5 cats. Hello, hi. 100% agree with a no divorce. I'm saying. Trust me when I say love comes when you're truly not looking. I know everyone says that. And I know I have to believe it. But sometimes I'm like, when will it be my turn? When will I get sent like the love of my life? Okay? Because like I feel like I'm being patient. I guess not patient enough if I'm like wondering when are they gonna send me the love of my life. But like I'm not actively looking, but it would be nice to like for the love of my life to just appear in front of me like tomorrow. That would be great. Guys don't either getting divorced. Usually the guy gets screwed losing a lot of money. Just ask my uncle lost big money. Yeah, see, I believe in that. I think this is also why I don't know if I want to expose that much of my beliefs yet, but that's kind of the situation that my parents were in when they separated. I don't even know if they divorced because I don't even know if they were ever married, but they separated, broke up, right? And basically the way that like the like custody system works apparently is that usually the mother is favored when it comes to like awarding custody. And so my dad had to go through like a long extensive custody battle pretty much to get permanent custody of me and my siblings. And that was only because like they kept trying to favor my mom and kept trying to find reasons to give her custody. And so like he was fighting for his life to try to get custody of me and my siblings, and luckily it did work out that way. All right, luckily he did, everything worked out nicely. But I do agree, like guys usually don't get the benefit of like divorce and custody and all this stuff, and it's sometimes sad. Don't blame you. Also, the off chance of not even having an active father role, just abandoned. Mom was a single mom of 6, all different dads. Okay, see, fathers that leave are insane. That's crazy. My opinion on Jake, from Enhypen. It's not your time for it, that's all. Life has its way of working out. Your person isn't ready. Okay, but when will he be ready? When will he be ready? Because like I said, I'm trying to be as patient as I can. But, like, I see everyone else. I don't know. I just wish it was my time, okay? To get married, I should say. I wish it was my time to meet the love of my life. But whatever, I guess. When you go to coffee with me, obviously. So true. Me and my girlfriend have been dating for over 5 years. Do you think she'll say yes? Have you talked about marriage with her? Like, does she know? Like, are you on the same page about marriage? I feel like one thing about being in a long-term relationship, and like if it's heading towards marriage, is to at least have a conversation about what you guys want in the long term. I do think it's important, without saying, hey, I want to propose to you, if you still want to make it like a surprise, just find out like where the mindset is about marriage maybe before proposing, because then you'll at least have an idea. Oh my god, I'm missing everything. I personally think everything shouldn't be on the guy unless the guy is actually, and I feel like sometimes the mom should also pay child support, because not all the time the guy's a bad guy. Yes, I honestly think things should just work out the same for like fathers and single fathers who are like trying to like do their best, the same way it works out for single mothers. Because again, a lot of the time, there are fathers and single fathers that are like, you know, probably much better in terms of like stability and like finances and all this stuff to like raise a child, but they'll usually favor the mother instead, and that's horrible. Trust me, it's not all fun and games. They will grind your gears. Okay, I feel like am I ready though? I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready, I swear. I swear to God. If the mom's a bad person, true. Can I say no? Do you love BTS? Kinda. Kinda, sorta. We live in the country and we have a farm, and she's been asking for, oh my god. We gotta speed it up, I think. I think we gotta speed it up. With the law, men usually get the short end of the stick. I know, and it's just sad. It's really sad. Who? Who are you talking about? But yeah, long story short, okay, I do not want to end up in like a divorce situation. I do think if I was to get divorced, now, if I do ever get divorced in my life, I know it will be for absolute, like, 100% irreconcilable differences. And I know they say that on a bunch of divorce papers, but like, for me, the only way I will get divorced is if we have had like a conversation every single day about our marriage and realize that we could not fix it. Like, it's just so unfixable that it's just like there's nothing left for us together. And I think in that moment I will accept it, especially if like we've gone through the conversation a bunch of times and like explored every avenue. But also, if I do get divorced, I fear I will not be getting married for the rest of my life. I will actually die alone with my 4 cats. So it's also why I don't want to get divorced, okay? I'm only getting married one time in my life. All right, it has to be the only it will be the only time. Trust. Is it okay to be single? And you mean you're 18 and single? I don't think you want to know how old I am and single. I really hope she says yes. I think she will. I think she will. My brother and his wife almost got a divorce, and I know dang well, and I'm not being biased, that he should have custody if that did happen. It didn't, but almost did. You know what? At least they worked through it. That's the important thing. Because I think if you can work through it, it means that a lot of things can be worked through. I'd be out of the game if I got divorced, played once, and lost. I'm done. Same. Me too. Me as well, because I'm not paying for a second wedding. Excuse me? I can barely pay for the first one. How much do you think is the average wedding? An average... I almost just want to lowball it. I want to say maybe 20,000. Is that too high? I do know a dress. If you want like an average, a decently nice dress, you have to spend like 5,000 to 7,000 on a dress. So, and then thinking about everything else, like venue rentals and like catering and I don't know, everything else you need. Sorry. Some of us guys love cats and feel the same about marriage once it will happen. Okay, if the universe could just send me the love of my life, it doesn't even have to be tomorrow. It can be on Friday. Like, it's fine. I'll wait till Friday. It's okay. May God protect all of us. Yep, period. Hi, hello. Some days I feel like it might be better if they didn't work it out. See, some relationships are like that too. That's how I felt, which is crazy, okay? So, lower drop, trauma dump. It's not trauma dump, it's just lower drop. My parents split up when I was 9. And so they were together from when I was born, actually a few years before I was born, up until I was 9. And much later on, I learned that they were both trying to make the relationship work because they had 3 kids and they were all young kids, okay? Because I'm the oldest. And they were trying to make the relationship work, but like as the oldest child, it's like I saw a lot of their relationship and a lot of their dynamic. And even though there were good times and there were times where you could see they were genuinely having fun and all this stuff, there were a lot more bad times. And it got to the point where the last couple years of their relationship, I remember me and my siblings wanted nothing more than for them to just break up. We were like, please God, if you're out there, just split these people up. Like, they don't even need to be together anymore. It's insane. And so when my parents finally broke up, they they were trying to give us the talk. You know, the talk that you give kids when you're about to like divorce or break up or whatever. And they're trying to say like, hey, we're splitting up, but like this is our problem. This is not on you. This is not your fault at all. They were giving us this talk. More specifically, my mom was giving us this talk, and in my mind, all I could think was, oh my God, thank God. I was like, thank you, Jesus. You heard my prayers. You split these people up. You know, like I have nothing more to ask for. And my siblings felt the same way. I think we all kind of said that. And we're like young at this point. Like, this is insane to think about as like a 9-year-old. When you're like, I thank God my parents broke up, right? And so, like, I get that. And luckily, I will say luckily, very fortunately, they did break up and then never got back together. But yeah, I think there are, like, couples, like, you can just tell. It's like, you should just not be together. It's insane. Average wedding in the US is 30,000? How about I just don't get married then? Okay, you're right. Well, no, because you can get, is that eloped when you just walk into the courthouse and be like, sign my paper so we're married? Is that what that is? I love her so much and I really hope she says yes, but I'm only 23. I don't know if it's so early and she's been asking. Okay, you know what? If you're second guessing, that's a problem. I think if you're not like absolutely 100% committed to it, then there's a problem. Yes. If anyone is lucky, what? You check out close to each other? What does that mean? You mean like express delivery 2-day shipping? I'm saying Friday, please. It can be on Friday. My grandma's 90. My grandpa passed 15 years ago. No. That's so sad. It's not the relationship, though. Be for the benefit of the kids more. Yeah, see, this is also something. Sometimes I want to know, like, what goes through, like, kids' heads when they think their parents are splitting up because of them. Like, I almost wonder, like, how the parents were presenting the relationship to the kids for the kids to think that it was entirely their fault, you know? I don't know. Because, like I said, to me, I was like, I know this isn't my fault. Like, I didn't do anything, you know? But also because, like, I saw the deterioration of their relationship for years at that point. So I was kind of just like, you know, thank you. He texted and might call. That's up to you, I think. Again, I think have the conversation first and then decide what you want to do from there. May I ask how long you've been live streaming for? You mean like in general or like today on this stream? I should plug in my phone. Eloping's the way to go. 2 people on the beach with just the officiant. I think that would, see, it would be nice, but I also know that when I get married, I at least want my family and my close friends there. Now, I think ideally, maybe in a very ideal world, I would love to have like a lot of guests there. But if I had to like just absolutely do like bare minimum, my family and my close friends would be my guests. I don't know about my husband's guests. I really want to though, and she's been asking, and I really want to move the next step up. Like I said, I think if you are like confident that you want to marry her, then I think you should propose. But if you're having like any doubts about it, that maybe you think about those first before you like rush into proposing. Yeah. My point, us men usually check out first. Oh, yeah, I think statistically. Open up my own business. What do you mean? Never mind, he isn't texting back. Sorry for talking about all my problems. No, it's okay. We talk about our problems together. Okay? I just told you about how I want to get married in a year. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't want to get married in a year. I think the soonest I want to get married is in like 2 years. Soonest. Okay? And I say that because that means I need to meet my future husband. If I'm getting married in 2 years, I need to meet him like next week. So like if we were just to like live in that kind of world, like say I did meet my future husband next week, okay, we could be together for 2 years and then I would know. Well, no, we could be together for like a year and then I would know, and then it would take a year to plan, right? So as soon as I could get married is in 2 years. That's all I'm saying. Wait, wasn't it in 2 days? I mean, I would like to meet him in 2 days, but you know, it would still be 2 years out. Don't worry, I get so in contact with you. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. The love of my life just doesn't know he's the love of my life yet. I think that's why. Why do you put a timeline on yourself? No, I'm saying like, how do I want to say? It's not like the latest I want to get married. It's the soonest I want to get married from right now. So like I could get married in like 6 years and it'd be fine. But the soonest I could get married, like be comfortable getting married, is 2 years from now. Because if I get married at any point this year, just know it was absolutely like super rushed, and I was probably just, it was all the adrenaline. Okay, I don't think I could get married the same year I meet somebody. That would be insane. I made a decision. I'm gonna do it. Me and her are going for her dad's birthday. I'm gonna ask the dad tomorrow. Yes. Yes. You got Nikki's number 2. Yeah, can you put Nikki on that list? Have to know them at least 2 years. Well, how would I say? It's just, it takes a long time for me to be, like fairly comfortable with somebody. And so I would assume that the quickest I could like just be comfortable enough with somebody to know that I want to marry them is probably a year. It sounds like a long time, but I like open up very slowly. and kind of gradually, I would say. So that's why I'm saying I would have to meet them on Friday. Okay, I would have to meet them this Friday and then be together for a year. And then if they proposed a year from now, we have a year to plan, and then I get married in 2 years. Like, that's the it's not the ideal timeline. It's just like the shortest comfortable timeline. Does that make sense? Sorry, I was confused. No, it's okay. It's okay. That makes sense. It truly takes a long time to open up fully. Yes, and I think taking a long time to like open up to somebody is important because you learn more things about each other as time passes. I've known my girlfriend for over 17 years and I've been with her for 5. Hello? Wait, my hair got stuck. Wait, I'm starting to question now because it was 12 a.m. where he is when his mom asked him to help him. At 12, maybe she just stays up late. I don't know. Soho knows why you wanted him to complete the heart shape you did. Does he? Yeah, because he's the love of my life. That's why. That's why. Of course. Of course. Was together in high school but split. You know, I think I don't want to say. I think it would be really cute to be with somebody from high school. For me, there's only one person that like I don't think it would work out because this is also the same person I had the extra long situationship with. I personally don't want to be with him like at all. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't really give me the vibes. But in some weird and off chance that it does work out at some point, okay? I think it would be cute to say that like we've known each other since like middle school. Actually, it was elementary school. We met in 1st grade. But at this point in my life, I think it's because in my mind he's like, oh my god, am I gonna lore drop again? This person, I consider him to be like my first love, right? He's the first person I ever loved at my small age of 13, okay? My small heart. And so I think it's because like when I did feel like I loved him, I was young. I was a child. And I always associate him with that. So thinking about trying to have like a mature relationship with somebody that like in my brain is associated with my teen years, it just doesn't give me the vibe. I don't know. And I don't know. Something about it doesn't feel right. My sister was with her husband since junior year, is now married with a baby. I'm saying they're cute stories. I love when people are together since high school and they like stay together for the rest of their life. That's cute. Okay. You matured. Yes. I knew it. Everyone always remembers the first one. Well, yeah, because also I was like 13, okay? And this was the first time. Now, despite the arguments and differences that we've had, okay? Because he's tried to tell me many times, like I said, we had a toxic relationship. He's tried to tell me many times that he never really, like, he never liked me or loved me, because he used to say all the time that he, like, loved me back then. And there was a point in time where I believed him. I thought he was, like, you know, this is also a big reason why I hated him for a long time, because I was like, why would you say that? You know, that's crazy. But I do think in the first few years that we were like talking and whatever, that he loved me back. And I mean, his actions felt like he loved me back. And so at my small age of 13, you know, feeling like somebody loves you like that. it's memorable, you know, like of course you'll remember it for like the rest of your life. Have you seen him since then? No. The last time I seen him was honestly like years ago. Like years ago. We still talk here and there, but we've even like tried to talk about do I want to say that? No. We talk here and there, but like no, I haven't really seen him. It's 12 a.m. Oh, it's 11 for me. Very lovey-dovey, I get you. Yes. Ah. Hold on. Yeah, very lovey-dovey, and I've realized that I'm low-key a lover girl. Even though I don't come off that way, I actually don't come off that way to anybody. It's crazy. I don't think anyone would ever think that I was very, very like loving when it comes to people that I like and whatnot. But I kind of am. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I'm sorry, you're definitely gonna find someone. I do feel like I'm gonna find someone. It's just when. Friday, preferably. I've officially pulled an all-nighter. I'm going to sleep. Have a good sleep. Lisa's back. What? If someone tells you they never loved you, you believe them. I'm saying that's a harsh thing to say to somebody. Especially when you know that they love you, and to tell them that you don't love them, it's like of course you're gonna remember, right? And again, like I said, I believed him when he first said that. But a lot of his actions said otherwise. Like it felt like he was saying that because this is where our whole toxic relationship came in. We became obsessed with trying to hurt each other. So he would say like the craziest things to me to try to make me feel bad, but I would also do the same. Because again, that's just how our relationship was. Toxic. God, that's horrible. That's horrible. He's trying to rekindle. I mean, he's definitely reached out with that intent. He has, but like I said, I think it's because I don't really want that with him. I'm just with him especially. I don't know. I feel like I've moved on. Working third shift, making work go by much better. Oh, I'm glad. Third shift is like long. Good night. Stay safe. Good night. You know, today's my birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. That does not sound like a pleasant time. No, it wasn't. I mean, we were young. We were young and like, I don't know, just it was a horrible situation to be in. I knew it. You had a tough relationship. Like I said, it was a situationship at that. It wasn't even a relationship, which is goofier. Because, like, why am I letting someone treat me like that when we're not even together? That's insane. Don't do that. Don't say I believe it, but that just leaves a door open internally. I mean, yes, right? I do know that now, but back then I didn't. Like, I've grown. Luckily, I've grown. I've matured. I'm better now. That he was trying to retry me. Oh, yeah. Not even a friend benefit? No. No, no. I don't know. Our relationship or situationship was so out of hand that it kind of just like, the whole idea of just even being associated with him, like romantically or anything, was just not my thing, you know? I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night. I'll try to sleep into the next live, maybe with some updated info. Okay, thanks for hanging out. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a good sleep. You're not playing background songs. You're right. Too risky would just escalate / unavoidable problems. Yes. It's also too, I don't want to, it's like so hard because like we talk, but like casually, like as, well, I like to think we're talking as friends, but he tries to like, you know, flirt and whatnot here and there. Um, but I try not to give him any indication of like this could turn into something more eventually because I don't want that. I don't want that. And so I always try to keep it super like just kind of platonic and casual and all this stuff. Because like I said, I'm just not interested in being with him anymore. Which is why like the love of my life needs to needs to like appear in front of me by Friday. Well, not by Friday, but at the earliest Friday. That would be great. Please. It's fine though, it's fine. I'll be patient, I guess. I suppose. It's Soho, don't worry, Timo. Okay, you know what? I appreciate that you encourage my delusions, but at the same time, why? Why? Because now I have to go outside and roll around in some grass, you know? Like, I need to go breathe in some fresh air. Because why are we saying? Yeah, if Soho could just magically, like, appear in front of me on Friday, that would be great. Thank you, Soho. No! Horrible. Horrible. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, you're just a backup option when he's bored, honestly. See, that's how I feel. I feel like he's been treating me like that for like a long time anyways. And he's also somebody that I have had okay, this is at my lowest in this situationship. I had to try to convince him to like me / love me back. Embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed. It's like like I said, it was my lowest. It was the lowest I had ever been in this situationship. Where I would just tell him straight up, I wish you loved me the way that, you know, I loved you or whatever. I don't know. Some strange something. I was trying to like make him like me. And I'm like, what? You know, looking back, it's like, that should have been the first, like, I should have been gone after that. But I think because I did that at some point in our, you know, relationship, that he kind of started to run with it. And so now he, like, keeps trying to do the same thing to try to get me to come back. But like I said, I'm like, this was a long time ago. This was, like, a few years ago. Have you tried going on a bike ride? No, because I don't have a bike. Did you say if karaoke was possible? Yeah, karaoke could be possible. Oh my god, I do want to ask. Let me ask chat because I can't play any of their songs. They got me last time, alright? Is anyone here an avid Linkin Park fan? Well, you don't even have to be an avid Linkin Park fan. You could be just a casual fan. Is anyone a Linkin Park fan, though? I just want to know. It's for research. It's just for research. Perhaps. No, because every time I'm not streaming, there are songs. I'm like, this would be perfect for a karaoke stream. And then I, like, don't remember what they are. Trying to get someone to like you is a waste of time. Either they like you or they don't. I know. See, I know that now. But back then, it was because... it's just because I adored him a lot. Okay? I really, really did like him. And all I wanted at the end of the day was just for him to like me back. That's all. And I couldn't accept the fact that he didn't. And so in my brain, I'm like, okay, well, I just have to beg him to. Would never do that ever again in my life. I'm so sorry. Believe the feeling is truth. He doesn't actually value or care for you. Not proud to say I've been that guy. I know exactly what he's doing. See, no, I know that now. It took me a long time to know that, but I realized that's what he was doing. It's because it's like I give him the attention that he wants, and he likes that. So I try not to feed into it that much. I don't think I know who that is. They're okay, Linkin Park. I'm a casual Linkin Park fan, so we are all casual Linkin Park fans. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know that I liked their sound of music because I guess I knew more than I thought I did, but I was only aware of like 3 of their songs, and I thought they were good. I think they're good songs. So I decided to play a playlist, and then I realized that I do kind of like their sound. Like I would listen to them a lot more. And so me, because like I'm addicted to going to concerts, so I look up, is Linkin Park going on tour or anything? Lo and behold, they are. They're going on tour in August and September. And so I hate to say, as I'm a casual fan, but I would love to go. I think that would be so fun. I'm just gonna say. How do you say your name? My name is Miranda. My name's Miranda. What do you mean? If I ever got into a relationship, it would be with somebody I like to be around or something like that. Yes. So in usually most circumstances, you would be with somebody that you like, right? Right? Um, I would say I like Linkin Park more than Kid Rock. Same. Me too. I like their sound more. Now, okay. I was explaining this in one of the past streams, but I think it was even the other day. There's a sound, a specific sound in rock music. I should almost call it genre, but I don't know because I don't know what this genre would be. Like a subgenre of rock music that I personally like, but it's so hard for me to find bands that like make that sound consistently. They usually always have like one song that sounds like that, and then the rest are like different. The sound more and less heavy screaming. Yes. Yes, but here's the thing is with Linkin Park, I feel like when they're screaming, it's not like screaming. It's like half scream / half note. If that like they're still singing in the scream. And I realized I didn't like the screaming because I did go see a band that has screaming in their songs, and it was like there was no note or melody or anything in the screaming. It was just screaming. And I'm like, okay, like I don't vibe with that much. But like Linkin Park, right? It's like there's a little bit of like screaming in there, but there's still a melody to it. And I like that kind of music. Okay? I like vocals. I like the vocals. And so but I also like songs with like heavy instrument sounds. All right? That's kind of vague too because like it could have one instrument sound and I'm like I'm there. That's my favorite. But I'm realizing I like Linkin Park's sound. So I think I gotta go. The Linkin Park plus Jay-Z mashup album was my teens playlist, even though Jay-Z is a trash human. See, okay, earlier, so I was listening to their playlist, and Numb came on, but the Jay-Z version, and I was like, what the heck is this? I had to go skip it so I could go listen to the original one. I wish I could, and I know the person well, but they're way too good for me. Okay, see, isn't that the other horrible thing? Is sometimes you like somebody who's like almost could never like you back. Because I feel like that's what I'm in right now. I'll be honest. I feel like I like somebody who's I don't necessarily see them ever liking me back. Okay? But again, the impossible is not out of the question, right? If I get into a relationship, I'd be with someone I like to snuggle. Oh, true. That's true. Linkin Park can blend it better. What Kid Rock wouldn't do. True as well. Hello, have a good night. Thank you. You too. Have you heard the Black Keys? I feel like I've heard of them. I don't know if I would be able to know their songs or not. Chester had the only scream that I could stand. Dude was unique. I know. I know. That K-pop boy used to sound like you. Who said anything about a K-pop boy? No, no. It's not that. What, imagine. Just imagine. Wouldn't that be so slay? I don't know what I would think, okay, in like the off chance that a K-pop idol liked me. Hello? I would be like, why? I'd be like, what is, like, are you okay? First of all, I would wonder, like, why. Second, though, I think that would be really slay. I would be like, wow. No way, you know? Numb is one of my all-time favorites. I could do the whole thing without music. I love Numb too. I also realized I like Faint. I actually really like Faint. And I think it's because it's a violin in the front, right? Hold on, let me. I love the song. Oh, it's in my liked playlist. Let me go. I think it's a violin. Yeah? I like that sound. It's so pretty to me. Ah! I like going out to play sports with them. We have almost every class together, but you gotta understand that I just don't see them with me. Maybe you don't understand, but you mean like you? Is it like you don't see them like wanting to be with you, or like you just can't see them being with you? Back to messing with the bangs. I like moved and they looked crazy. Anyways. Nintendo soundtrack vibe. Okay, you know what? Maybe. Do you like Enhypen? Kind of. Kind of. Ah, now that song's stuck in my head. No, I swear to God, there's always songs that I'm like, I would love to do this karaoke on stream, and then I don't remember. What a battle, those bangs. I know. No, bangs are so high maintenance. Like, they're so high maintenance. It's kind of crazy. Who's your biases? Oh, I said biases. Can you already tell? My bias in Enhypen is Sunghoon. I would love to hang out with them, but they're funny, attractive, smart, and I'm more just a big friendly giant in a way. Okay, but people who are funny, attractive, and smart tend to like people who are big friendly giants. I will say. That always seems to be a dynamic that pops up. Ah. Oh my god. What if I play this song for you? Because it's a Wanna song. Blue and gray. The bangs never look crazy. Well, okay. I feel like they do. Okay, sometimes they do. I love the song. There's no lyrics. That was too high. How do we get from looking for to this freezing song? Don't say that about Kunhee. Excuse me. This is Kunhee from One Us, alright? No. This song, I'll be honest, this song, I like this song, but because it gives me a Jesse McCartney vibe. Jesse McCartney, David Archuleta. Am I wrong? Anyways, you're very beautiful, respectfully. Thank you. Respectfully. No, not Kanye. Not Kanye. Kanye. Can I say what? Oh yeah, I just want love. It does sound like a little like Jesse McCartney, doesn't it? But that's kind of why I like this song. It's giving nostalgia. I don't know this part. Say it when you leave. I said respectfully because I don't know if you're in a relationship. Thank you for assuming that I am. But I am not. I actually just spent the last hour talking about how single I am. I mean, Jesse was preteen music too. That's why. That's why I like this one. Now, Jesse McCartney was popular when I was like 6. Okay, but I was still a fan. I was a David Archuleta fan too. How about we go listen to David Archuleta? Ah, don't play that because all the armies are gonna come in. Okay, how about this one? How about this one? This one's by The Love of My Life. The Love of My Life made this. That's surprising. That's surprising. Another one of the pretty boys from 2000s, crushing just like my sisters. I'm just a girl at the end of the day. I'm just a girl. Okay. You're about Disney? Did you ever listen to Hilary Duff's music? I know it's before your time. I was in love with her though. I do. So Hilary Duff was older, significantly older. Like her prime, I think, is when, yeah, I was a little too young. But like I said, I was a Lizzie McGuire fan when I was like 5. So. I break a shell for her chilling. Chilling. A woman, you mean? What do you mean? I can't wait to go to karaoke. Like, for real. You're killing. I love this song. That's why. Can't hate on the chair dancing. I don't even know this choreo. I'm just making it up. You're too mature for a girl. I'm 33. What are you talking about? I love this song. I love this song. I'll break a shell for the chilling. Ha! Not Blackpink. Oh wait, I was trying to find a David Archuleta song. I'm scared to play Blackpink, to be honest. I don't know why this reminds me of Baby Metal. Soho, that was actually the love of my life. No, that was Soho. He's my favorite member in One Us. Yep. Oh, really? All right, and then we go back to this. This is so funny. This is so funny to me. Can you imagine me listening to Hatchling and then listening to this right after? That's funny. That's actually so, but this is a good song, so we're gonna listen to it. I don't care if they get me. Yeah. Now you gotta tell him the ring you want. Yeah, true. Okay, well, he needs to appear in front of me first. Soho, please. I'm just kidding. Split screen and we can karaoke Linkin Park. I don't know the lyrics. Oh. The hand flick. Manifesting can do it. Okay, well, I love that you're on my side, but why? No. Why are we encouraging delusion out here? Delusion is a mental illness. Sister Bennington. We miss the guy. We miss him.